What do you get when you mix spicy fried chicken, whiskey, and honky tonks? It's a place where musical artists go to network and find their voice. A place that trumps even Las Vegas as a bachelorette party destination, giving rise to names like Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, and Oprah Winfrey. And on top of all that, you can watch a hockey team with a saber-toothed tiger as a mascot. Alright, I think I've given it away by now. Grab your cowboy hats and hockey sticks, cause we're going to Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, I'm Jacob and welcome to Destinations Explained, a fun series we do that dives into destinations from around the world. If you watched before, welcome back. And if you haven't, it's great to have you. If you haven't already, like the video, watch until the end, and write down in the comments what destination we should do next. Here we go. As always, let's get some quick background before we go into the recommendations for the best things to do. Nashville was founded on Christmas Eve in 1779 by Francis Nash as a strategic city on the Cumberland River, which facilitated its fast growth and expansion. This later turned into a railroad center, which basically paved the way for modern logistics and transportation. Needless to say, Nashville was set up for success from the very start. Currently, about 700,000 people live in Nashville, making it not terribly dense for being such a famous city in the US. In addition to music and chicken, the city is also referred to as the Athens of the South because of its large number of universities, including Tennessee State, Vanderbilt, Belmont, Fisk, Trevecca, and Lipscomb. The whole state of Tennessee is very hilly, and you don't have to go far to catch some breathtaking views outside of Nashville. We'll get to more of that in our nature section. Nashville has hot, humid summers and cool winters with very mild snowfall each year. As far as music goes, it's not just a place where musicians gather to play. It's literally part of Nashville's economic impact. For example, it's home to massive record labels, and it's the headquarters of Gibson Guitars. The music industry in Nashville contributes $10 billion a year and provides 56,000 jobs in the Nashville area. Considering it's home to about 700,000 people, you could say that 1 in every 14 people works in the music industry in Nashville. So that's enough background. Let's get into the best things to do, starting with the tourist attractions. Honky Tonk Highway. Now, some of you might understand the words honky tonk. If not, if you Google the words honky tonk, you get a cheap or disreputable bar, club, or dance hall, typically where country music is played. But here in Nashville, they call it the best night of your life. So it's an incredible thing that in Nashville, they created an entire row of them running through Lower Broadway. It's a surreal area of live music being pumped throughout the streets from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. Yes, AM to AM. It's completely free to walk down Honky Tonk Highway, and no covers are charged to go in any of the venues. Depending on your taste, prepare your ears for either the worst or best music you've ever heard. There's no in between. How could we not talk about the Country Music Hall of Fame? Of course, I would recommend anyone to go here, but especially if you're not a fan, or if you haven't even heard much country music. It's a rich culture that almost feels like traveling to a whole new place of the world, speaking a different language. It's located in the heart of downtown Nashville in a beautiful 350,000 square foot gallery. It truly is an emotional journey through time as you see how these stars like Elvis Presley, Dolly Parton, and Waylon Jennings pioneered an industry and made it what it is today. The Grand Ole Opry holds some deep history. It was founded all the way back in 1925. It's probably the city's most famous live venue and typically showcases country, bluegrass, Americana, folk, and gospel music, as well as comedic skits. It also hosts the longest running radio broadcast in US history. Too many famous people have played there to list, so go visit for yourself. Drop by if you're not even seeing a show, just to take in the history. Gravitate toward your next great adventure at Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. Situated in the heart of Nashville, their luxury hotel allows you to hit all the high notes of Music City, both in the area and under their roof. Basically, this is an insane hotel and resort that has an indoor and outdoor water park. Stop by Soundwaves an upscale water experience featuring 4 acres of combined indoor and outdoor water attractions, only open to overnight packaged guests. Oh, and don't forget the 9 acres of lush indoor gardens and cascading waterfalls. When it's time to refuel, sip and savor in some stylish steak, Mexican, Italian, and Japanese restaurants, followed by a frozen yogurt or gelato dessert. Discover this impressive lineup of amenities when you reserve a getaway at this insane hotel resort. For all you folks that love wine, Arrington Vineyards is Nashville's gift to you. It's located about 45 minutes south and is an experience of award-winning tastings and spectacular views. I would almost say this could compete with an outdoor experience because it truly is beautiful. Sprawling hills and meadows accompanied by those southern sunsets that just seem to have a special color for some reason. And the cherry on top, they host these events called Music in the Vines from April to November, where you can listen to live bluegrass or jazz while drinking that wine you can't pronounce, while saying it has nice legs or tastes like oak or something. Just 30 minutes south of Nashville is downtown Franklin, an oasis of southern hospitality. Housed in a 16-block National Register district of antique shops, gift and bookstores, art galleries, boutiques, lovingly restored homes, and more. Basically, this place is cute. It boasts an award-winning main street, brick sidewalks, and a host of best of accolades, including Garden and Gun magazine's 2014 Best Southern Town. On to our personal favorite section, nature. Fall Creek Falls State Park is Tennessee's largest and most visited state park. It also sounds like they misheard the naming of it the first time someone said it and just said, let's go with it. But anyway, the park encompasses more than 26,000 acres sprawled across the eastern top of the rugged Cumberland Plateau, laced with cascades, gorges, waterfalls, streams, and lush stands of virgin hardwood timber. The park beckons those who enjoy nature at her finest. Fall Creek Falls at 256 feet is one of the highest waterfalls in the eastern United States. Other waterfalls within the park include Piney Falls, Cane Creek Falls, and Cane Creek Cascades. The park has 30 cabins and 222 campsites available that are easy to access with a permit. It's incredibly beautiful when you're in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Located on the beautiful Blackburn Fork Stake Scenic River, this idyllic 211-acre site in Jackson County is home to Tennessee's 8th largest waterfall at 75 feet high. Cummins Falls is formed on the eastern Highland Rim and has been a favorite scenic spot and swimming hole for residents of local counties for more than 100 years. Cummins Falls has also been listed as one of the top 10 swimming holes in the United States by Travel and Leisure and Condé Nast magazines. It's about an hour and 15 minutes outside of Nashville, but more than worth the drive. It's not that long of a hike, but it can be strenuous with slippery rocks and waterfalls. But just prepare with the right shoes, snacks, and plenty of water, and you should be good to go. Up next, we have Mammoth Cave National Park, which preserves a cave system and is part of the Green River Valley and hilly country of south central Kentucky. This is the world's longest known cave system, with more than 400 miles explored. Early guide Stephen Bishop called the cave a grand, gloomy, and peculiar place. But its vast chambers and complex labyrinths have earned its name, Mammoth. Tours through this cave are incredible, and we're more than lucky that they offered them at such a low price. Make sure to check out the National Park Service website for reservations and availability. Centennial Park is a nice and very relaxed park just to take a stroll, have a picnic, or stop by one of the nearby restaurants or shops. It's home to the iconic Parthenon, a 1-mile walking trail, Lake Watauga, a sunken garden, and so much more. When we went, we just used it as our midday relaxing sessions between all the other spots we were going to. Definitely worth going whether you're traveling alone, with a partner, or especially with family, and it won't be hard to find something to do there. Percy Warner Park is another very simple yet beautiful park. So beautiful in fact that it's a very popular place to take engagement and wedding photos. With beautiful foggy mornings and lush greenery, it's a nice place to walk with coffee in the early morning or to catch that sweet, sweet golden hour of an evening. There's also a handful of athletic fields if you'd like to get your exercise in. You'll need it because we're heading to the restaurant section. And remember, there's a lot of fried chicken. And to open us up with that chicken, we have Prince's Hot Chicken Shack. It's the original hot chicken joint. It all started here. But let's take a moment to discuss, what is hot chicken? Hot chicken can literally be seen as Nashville's contribution to the culinary world. We aren't talking about your basic KFC, Church's, or Popeyes. We are talking about the culinary artistry that is buttermilk marinated chicken, basked in spicy paste whose secrets are guarded greater than the finest Swiss banks, fried to perfection down to the millisecond to make sure that golden layer of heaven has the right amount of crisp, and finally gently basked with cayenne pepper delivered to the restaurant by hand from a Smoky Mountain lumberjack riding a steed, and lard from the grass-fed cows in the hills of Tennessee is painted on to finish off the best meal your five senses have ever experienced. Also, they put a little pickle on every little chicken, as is tradition, and then you're ready to die in that moment, as life is now complete. So anyway, why Prince's? Well, he founded his chicken shack in 1945, after reportedly accidentally stumbling upon the taste after his girlfriend at the time cooked him a chicken breakfast with hot pepper secretly added as revenge for him being a womanizer. He liked the taste so much that he and his brother created their own recipe, founded the chicken shack, and made history. I don't know what the lesson is in all of that or if it's even a good one, but that chicken is damn good. I recommend trying a variety of hot chicken places as kind of a chicken crawl, if you will. But it appears that Nashville's true favorite is Hattie B's. They have mild to very spicy fried chicken, southern sides, and local brews in a casual counter-service eatery. Incredibly friendly staff and a nice selection of locations around Nashville. It's a very homey feeling place with very relaxed vibes. So the United States has this interesting history of barbecue that is quite fascinating. It can basically be all boiled down to the sauce. Because yes, the meat is a massive part of it, but where the fighting truly begins is the sauce, and each area has their style. To name a few, there's Texas, Kansas City, Memphis, Nashville, Carolina, and there's many more. And the styles vary wildly, from consistency, to spice, to sweetness, to even color. The fight between all of them is real, and you need to decide for yourself. Martin's Barbecue Joint is a big roadhouse style eatery known for its whole hog pit-fired barbecue, cooked very low and very slow every single night. They also have chicken, tacos, burgers, and more. Their establishments have been featured on the Food Network, Travel Channel, Cooking Channel, and The Today Show. This is no doubt your #1 destination for barbecue in Nashville. Biscuit Love Gulch is known for its southern style breakfast, brunch, and lunch. It's locally sourced and is an offshoot of a food truck that has so much demand they expanded. Fair warning, the lines can be long because, well, it's worth it. With over 4,000 Google reviews, you can't argue that this place will change your life with their biscuits. Husk is the place you want to go when you're in the mood for a fancier meal. Regional ingredients cooked on an ember-fired grill create inventive meals in a historic mansion. Everything from the ambience to the food to the service is incredible here. It's just as much of an experience for the mind as it is for the taste buds. Husk transforms the essence of Southern food. Executive Chef Katie Koss reinterprets the bounty of Tennessee and the surrounding area, exploring an ingredient-driven cuisine that begins in the rediscovery of heirloom products and redefines what it means to cook and eat in the South. Just to the north of downtown Nashville, in the historic Germantown neighborhood, is Monell's, a place to go when you want to remember what it was like to eat at Grandma's house on the weekends. All-you-can-eat Southern comfort food, served family style at communal tables inside a Victorian house. The Victorian garden adjacent to the restaurant allows guests a relaxing respite before or after meals. It's been rated the #1 restaurant in Nashville and in the top 100 American restaurants. Come in for that food that's healthy for the soul. Big Al is well known around Nashville for his culinary flair, unwavering dedication to his craft, and for those who know him, a true role model for the youth. But the emphasis here is Al's ability to bring joy via your taste buds. He has been featured on the Food Network channel Heat Seekers and represented as a local celebrity chef on Channel 5 Talk of the Town program over the last 15 years. Big Al's Deli is a modest mom and pop type place with colorful tablecloths and shelving with grocery items. Most obvious will be Big Al's smile, who loves his customers and people in general and lights up when anyone walks through that door. The portion sizes are large and filling, and the sides, oh, those sides are incredible. If you're in a mood for glazed chicken, catfish, okra, wild rice, mashed potatoes, and more, then Big Al will take good care of you. For coffee, we recommend the Frothy Monkey. We personally went to the Franklin location and we are recommending it solely because it stood out so much. Wood, grain, everything. This is a true coffee shop. We recommend you do more than just stop here for your cup of joe to go. Sit down, read a book, play on your Switch. The chef-driven menu offers breakfast and lunch every day until 5. Kids menus and lunch and dinner, with extended beverage offerings, including your coffee house standards, craft beer, wine, and cocktails. For dessert, go to Olive and Sinclair Chocolate Company. It's an old school confectionery where visitors can observe the creation of small batch chocolates. Again, much more of an experience than just tasting sweet treats. Spend a little more time here and appreciate the craft of making chocolate. This place is incredible, but it's not crazy well known, which means no tourist trap, long lines, and more chocolate for you. The nightlife in Nashville is a great one in my opinion, because you can find any kind of music or vibe you're looking for. Where in a larger city, if you're a fan of honky tonks, they might be a few and far between. In Nashville, yes, there's more country bars, but there's also bars, clubs, breweries of all styles and desires. We will start with TailGate Brewery. It's an independent craft brewery specializing in small batch specialty brews, which means you better swing in here to try something new, because you might not ever get it again. In addition to amazing beer and service, they have dine-in food, takeout, and constant live events. Next up, we have a subterranean bar called Old Glory that offers elevated cocktails served in a historic boiler room with iron and concrete. The room originated from one of the largest steam cleaning facilities in Nashville. They kept all the original equipment and fixings, like electrical boxes, coal hopper, and smokestacks, all from the 1920s. Their cocktails and service are amazing, and you feel like you're walking through history when you're sitting in there and enjoying a good time. Pinewood Social is a trendy hangout featuring new American cuisine, cocktails, and bowling in an industrial chic space. This place features beautiful design with all types of seating depending on your mood. Grab a cocktail and go to the bar, or get a cup of coffee and go to the couch and enjoy a relaxing but upbeat vibe with a group of friends. Oh, and not to mention, they also have a freaking bowling alley. What more can you ask for? Last but not least, we have Nelson's Brier Distillery. Tennessee is obviously known for its incredible whiskey, and this is where Nelson's has its roots. In 1885, Charles Nelson himself was distilling and selling whiskey across the world from his home in Tennessee. The Nelson family whiskey business closed in 1909 because of Prohibition, and it wasn't until 100 years later that Charlie and Andy Nelson decided to bring the family business back to life, honoring and continuing the greatness that once was. Now that your tears are wiped away, come and experience it for yourself with a tour and tasting at Nelson's. They are often sold out, so please book in advance, because it's more than worth it and you'll be missing out if you don't. To finish this one off, Nashville certainly is a place of wonder and history, but it's also not one of the top places you think when you think of famous US destinations. But is that really a bad thing? When you travel quite a bit, you definitely take notice when things are overcrowded or too popular, in the sense that it detracts from the beauty of the experience. Nashville doesn't have that. It almost seems small enough to still have that beauty, but big enough that there's so much to do and so many amazing people to meet. So, thanks for watching Destinations Explained. If we missed any great places, make sure to put them down in the comments below. And while you're down there, suggest the next destination we should do next. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and hit that bell so you can catch us next time we post a new Destinations Explained.
Before you go, I just wanted to let you know we make our living creating free content and resources for you, and it's made possible by you viewers supporting us through sponsors like Audible. If you sign up for a free trial through our link, www.audibletrial.com/venture, you'll get any audiobook of your choosing for free, and we'll get a small commission so we can keep making these entertaining videos. And if you end up canceling your free trial and not going for the full membership, it costs you nothing, and you get to keep the audiobook. So at the end of the day, you could get a free audiobook, support us, and not have to pay anything if you try it out through our link. My current favorite title is Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, which was actually just released in audiobook form. It's all about the habits and rituals of some of the world's most successful people. So if you wouldn't mind, go get a free book through our link. It helps more than you know, and we very much appreciate it. See you guys later.